By now, we're sure you've heard about intermittent fasting, but what about the carnivore diet? It is becoming more popular by the day, with more and more influencers such as Joe Rogan swearing by it. Now, what would happen if you were to combine both eating methods to lose weight? Would you finally achieve that dream body in only half the time? Welcome back to the Good Health Gorilla. Let's answer these questions and more in today's video to get you one step closer to your ideal body. Timestamps for each section in the description box below. What is intermittent fasting? Although it only became popular in the last few years, intermittent fasting is anything but new. This way of eating dates back to our dear ancestors, the cavemen. Without the technology we have today to produce and store food, they did not have the option to eat at any hour of the day. They often went hours and even days without food, and their bodies adapted beautifully to this way of eating. More and more people adopt intermittent fasting nowadays because they believe this is how we were meant to eat. Studies seem to back up this way of thinking because they can confirm the many benefits of intermittent fasting. There are many ways to follow intermittent fasting, the most popular one being the 16-8 method. It involves restricting your meals to an 8-hour window and fasting for the remaining 16 hours. Alternating between eating and fasting is beneficial for weight loss because it forces your body to burn fat to produce energy. Other than weight loss, there are many other benefits to intermittent fasting. These include hormonal balance, insulin resistance reduction, better heart health, disease prevention, and improved cognition. Intermittent fasting is not a diet per se, but rather a way of eating. You can then combine it with other diets like the vegetarian, plant-based, or paleo diets. And for this video, we're talking about combining it with the carnivore diet. Now, what is the carnivore diet? The carnivore diet is an elimination diet because it excludes many different types of foods. We prefer to warn you right away. The diet itself is quite restrictive, but depending on your goals and your needs, it could be what you're looking for. The carnivore diet comes from the belief that our ancestors only ate meat and fish due to the lack of access to other types of foods. One of the first people to advocate for the carnivore diet was Dr. James Salisbury, a physician who lived in New York in the 1850s. He studied different diets and concluded that dishes made with ground meat were the healthiest. This way of eating gained support over the years, but Dr. Paul Saladino, who wrote the book The Carnivore Code, really made it popular in the last few years. He is a loud advocate for the diet and claims that fruits and vegetables promote inflammation in the body. According to him, meat-based eating is the way to go if you want to live the healthiest life possible. He believes in a nose-to-tail approach, meaning that we should eat all parts of an animal. Since then, other people have come out to support a meat-based diet, like Dr. Sean Baker. He is an orthopedic surgeon and a former Air Force officer. He also wrote a book entitled The Carnivore Diet. However, you should know that Dr. Baker used mostly testimonials to write his book, and research has yet to back up many of his claims. What can you eat on the carnivore diet? If you follow the carnivore diet, you can only eat animal products, including meat, fish, and eggs. The community seems to be divided when it comes to dairy products, however. Some eat them, some only eat certain types of dairy, and others avoid them altogether. Otherwise, the carnivore diet excludes every other type of food. This means no fruits, vegetables, legumes, grains, nuts, or seeds. So if you want to give the carnivore diet a try, you might have to give up many of your favorite foods. But who knows, the benefits might be worth it. Now, we know what you are thinking. How am I supposed to cook meals with only animal products? We were wondering the same thing. A quick Google search revealed many creative recipes that are acceptable under the carnivore diet plan. For example, you can make waffles using eggs, breakfast sausage, and butter. Crazy, right? You can also make various casseroles, sandwiches, tacos, and even pizzas. A typical day could look like this. For breakfast, you can eat a ham and cheese omelet or smoked salmon with boiled eggs. For lunch and dinner, you can make filet mignon with a creamy sauce, beef meatballs, or a cheese casserole. Some examples of snacks include beef jerky, bone marrow, and chicken wings. As for drinks, the carnivore diet favors the consumption of bone broth and water. As such, you should avoid tea, coffee, sweet beverages, and drinks made from plants. Why combine the carnivore diet with intermittent fasting? Some believe that combining intermittent fasting with the carnivore diet is the best way to lose weight. The low carb, or rather the zero carb diet, and fasting together would make you burn fat at an impressive speed. Also, intermittent fasting regulates appetite, and some argue that the carnivore diet does the same. Combining the two would then help get rid of food cravings, reduce your food intake, and make you lose weight. Not only would you lose weight by combining intermittent fasting and the carnivore diet, but you would also improve your body's composition. A high protein diet helps you build muscle when you train in the gym. By following intermittent fasting and eating a low-carb diet, your body goes into ketosis, making your body burn more fat while maintaining muscles. Now put this all together and you get a more toned and sculpted body. Your life will also get simpler. The carnivore diet is restrictive, but it also means that you do not have to spend hours shopping and cooking food. Intermittent fasting requires you to only cook 1 or 2 meals every day. You will then have tons of free time to do other activities that matter to you. Finally, there is a whole story of anti-inflammation. Studies already point to the fact that intermittent fasting reduces the inflammation in your body and limits the damages caused by oxidative stress. As for the carnivore diet, Dr. Paul Saladino also swears by its anti-inflammatory powers, although this remains unproven. If Dr. Saladino is right, it means that following the carnivore diet while doing intermittent fasting could help really limit the cellular damages in your body. Moreover, lower inflammatory levels are associated with lower risk of cancer, heart disease, and autoimmune disorders. What are the risks and benefits of the carnivore diet? Insulin resistance happens when your body needs to produce an increasingly high amount of insulin to get rid of the sugars in your blood. Over time, your pancreas, the organ responsible for producing insulin, cannot produce enough and your blood sugar levels will start increasing. Insulin resistance is associated with multiple chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. Now, the carnivore diet completely eliminates carbohydrates as a food option. Consequently, your blood sugar levels will be very low, reducing the need for insulin production and reducing the risk of insulin resistance and the other chronic diseases associated with it. As we mentioned earlier, the carnivore diet can also help you lose weight. However, if you decide to follow this diet, you will have to stop eating cookies, cakes, candies, chocolate, and fried foods. And naturally, eliminating these items can help you shed some pounds by putting you in a caloric deficit. The proponents of the carnivore diet also say that it comes with other benefits. According to them, it could fight the symptoms of depression and anxiety, improve the appearance of the skin, help with digestive issues, and prevent arthritis. Many people who follow the carnivore diet report these benefits, but studies cannot confirm them so far. There are some risks associated with the carnivore diet, and you need to be aware of them if you want to follow the diet safely. First, by eliminating all fruits and vegetables, the diet seriously lacks vitamins, minerals, and fibers. You could develop nutritional deficiencies as a result, and it is probably best to take a multivitamin while following the diet. Second, since fibers are also protective against constipation, colon cancer, and colorectal adenoma, eliminating them almost completely from your diet could increase your risk for those conditions. Also, some studies have pointed to an association between red meat and the risk of coronary artery disease and diabetes. Considering that the carnivore diet makes you eat meat almost exclusively, you might be at increased risk for all these as well. Furthermore, a very high protein diet can seriously strain the kidneys. If you suffer from chronic kidney disease, you should most certainly avoid the carnivore diet. Your kidneys could worsen faster and you might have to start dialysis prematurely. Finally, pregnant or breastfeeding individuals should also avoid the carnivore diet. Nutritional needs increase during pregnancy and lactation, and restrictive diets like the carnivore are unlikely to meet those needs. And there you have it, how to intermittent fast while on the carnivore diet. Although most of the benefits of the carnivore diet have yet to be proven, many swear by it. As long as you do it safely with the approval of your doctor, why not try it and see if it works for you? Are you ready to try the carnivore diet with intermittent fasting? Do you know anyone who has had success on the carnivore diet? Share with us in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our latest videos. Until next time,